the only ones. How do you say there's more women?
Next Wednesday.
I want to give Heather $100,000 for Michael.
This girl is a hood rat. She's gonna come looking for more.
Nothing can prepare you
I want $1 million.
for the explosive Sistas season finale.
Have you lost your mind?
Gary, you did not tell me about a wife. Oh, wow.
I'm getting a little wild.
I don't lose. I want to give them.
You're gonna be counting days. Start counting now.
Tyler Perry Sistas season finale next Wednesday at 9. Watch it live on BET.
Hey guys, it's your girl Missniecytv, and I'm here to break down the trailer for Sistas Season 6, Episode 22. The trailer picks up where it left off with Penelope coming to talk to Andy and are finally sitting down at her office. Penelope lets Andy know that they weren't the only ones, and Andy is like, what do you mean? Penelope's like, we weren't. Andy, are you stupid, dumb, or are you having trouble comprehending what she is saying? If she's saying y'all not the only ones, that means Gary had other women besides y'all. My thing is, how was she able to find out this information and you couldn't? Actually, you did find out this information from the private investigator Leslie that came to see you. She told you to be careful. You just were too dumb, naive, and in love to realize that she was telling you that you weren't the only one. Over at Zach and Fatima's, we have Zach telling Fatima that he wants to give Heather $100,000 to get Michael. And Fatima's like, if you give her that money, all she's gonna do is want more. Because she's a hood. Which is true, because I don't think there's enough amount of money in this world that would actually convince her to give you Michael, even though she's very money hungry. Because what if you do give her that money, Zach, and she doesn't give you Michael in return? You'll just be out of $100,000. But she's definitely the type of person that would take the money and run while spending it on her other boyfriend. We're at Heather's house. We see Heather saying she wants $1 million, and I think that's because Zach already told her he wants to give her $100,000, and she's like, no, I need $1 million. But even if you give her that $1 million, which I know Zach ain't got $1 million, I'm 100% sure that you won't get Michael in return. She just wants your money. Zach should really be doing this the legal way, because this could all turn out and backfire on him, and I don't want this to happen. Zach and Fatima are still at Heather's house checking on little Michael, and Zach is telling Fatima, have you lost your mind? I think Fatima has reached her breaking point with Heather, and she's done something very drastic to cause Zach to yell at her like this. I think Fatima has either shot her or unalived her. This is a very bad situation to be in, because especially if the cops are called, because Zach already has a record, so he will be going to jail forever. Because we already know that Zach is not letting Fatima go to jail for anything. He's already proved that plenty of times before. Over at the law firm in the conference room, we have Gary and Hayden in there, and Penelope, Andy, and Fatima are coming to confront Gary, and they're just having a stare down. Then Penelope says, he told me nothing about a wife. And I'm like, Penelope, if he didn't tell you about Andy, what makes you think he was going to tell you about his ex? The ex-wife holds a lot more power than Andy does. I hope Andy also told Penelope that Gary has kids and he was abusive. Over at the airport, we see Danny, and she's talking on the phone to Sabrina, and she's still trying to deal with the news of Preston being married. It is definitely crazy how fast Preston got married. Yes, I must have told Mindy, as soon as I'm done here with Danny and she's not giving me the love that I want, I'm coming back to marry you, and you better be ready and willing to marry me, because ain't no way you got married this fast. Back at the law firm, we see Gary and Hayden talk. Gary's like, I don't lose. And I'm like, Gary, what exactly have they won? Heartbreak and disappointment? Because that's all you're giving them. Besides the material things like cars, clothes, houses, and jewelry. Gary is a true definition of a narcissist, and he's just mad that he got caught in that, and now he doesn't know how to handle his own guilt. He's also talking about some I'ma get them. Who is them? Is he talking about Penelope and Andy, or is he including Fatima in that as well? Whatever plan he's trying to conjure up to get them back is not going to be good, especially if he's working with Hayden. After the altercation with the ladies and Gary, we see Penelope pushing Gary. And I'm like, Penelope, you might not want to do that. Gary is very abusive, and he's not in his right frame of mind right now. He's willing to go after anybody and anybody. Then we have somebody looking out the window, and I couldn't tell if it was Sabrina or the nosy neighbor Cheryl that lives upstairs from it. If it is Cheryl, we know that Cheryl's looking out the window because she hears the commotion at Heather's house, and you know she's good for calling the cops, so she'll definitely call them. She probably just thinks it's one of Heather's boyfriends, so she goes send the cops over there, and that's when they'll probably find Heather beat up pretty badly or she's unalived. We're at Heather's house. We see Zach, Fatima, and Heather in the bathroom, and Fatima and Heather are in an altercation. Zach is trying to pull little Mike out the bathtub, and I think Heather was trying to drown him, and Fatima saw her trying to do it. So Fatima started fighting her, and Heather's trying to pull on Zach, and I think that's another reason that Fatima showed Heather that she's about that life and she doesn't play. At the airport in the parking lot, it looks like Danny is getting ready to go home, and she notices a broken window. She's inspecting the broken window. A guy is crawling up behind her, and when he approaches her, he grabs her and he puts his hands over her face and her mouth. And I think this is one of the human trafficking situations where ladies are kidnapped, but they're baited by broken windows and napkins on car doors because they're thinking nothing of it. At first, I thought this was Jonah, but then I realized it wasn't him. Danny is always put in traumatic situations, and I really hope someone is there to save her. But it would be really nice if Tony was there to save her. But then again, no, it wouldn't, because she would do the same thing to him that she did to Preston and only date him because he saved her life. Back at the law firm, we see Fatima approach Gary, and she basically tells him to count your days, and I'm not playing with you. You better start counting your days now. This season finale is going to be a mess, and it's going to be too hot to handle. Let me know what you guys think about the trailer. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. Bye!